We've been looking at how the Darwinex Investable Attribute metrics can be used to help inform traders about the effectiveness of different aspects of their own trading strategies and the way that they trade. But more importantly, these can then allow the trader to make informed improvements to their trading strategies. For those of you that are not aware, traders can link their trading account from a different broker into the Darwinex platform to get access to these metrics. You can of course also create a new Darwinex trading account from scratch. There are 12 investable attribute metrics in total, and today I'm going to look at one of my favourites, and one that I find to be the most useful when trying to identify those areas that don't perform well in my own trading strategies, and therefore one of the investable attributes that offers most benefit in terms of helping to inform those improvements that we're all after. Let's take a look. Now, I've shown you in previous videos how you can use the Investable Attributes tab that you see here in order to get that detailed analysis of the trading strategy. However, you can also access the Investable Attributes directly from this bar that you see across the top here. And the two that we're going to look at in this video are the Open strategy and the Close strategy. So let's take a look at the Open strategy first, and you can access that directly just by clicking on this icon you see here. Now, as I said before, I find this one of the most useful investable attributes, and that's because it focuses on the weaknesses and strengths of the timing of the open signals and the timing of the close signals in a strategy. Now, the metrics for the investable attribute are calculated over the last 12 D periods, and I looked at this concept of a D period previously when I was looking at the experience investable attribute. Now, the results of this metric are output to a line chart, and you'll see there are 11 individual lines. The most important of these is the white line, because this represents the performance of the actual trading strategy. The 10 remaining coloured lines represent hypothetical models that used an alternative open timing. 5 of them opened trades earlier than the actual entry, and 5 opened them later. And so you can probably see already that because this has been calculated over a large period of time with a statistically significant number of trades, it can provide vital intelligence to inform the trader if they're opening their trades too early or too late in order to take maximum advantage of the market moves. Now, for this particular strategy, you can see that the white line is right at the top at the moment. And this means that the open strategy timing is pretty much spot on. The next best is if the trader were to open the trades 10% later, then 20%, then 30%, as you can see. But how is this 10% and 20% calculated? Well, it's all worked out on the basis of the duration of the trade. So the time between the open and the close. And if you imagine that total duration as being 100%, then the alternative entries, both before and after, are calculated on that basis. So let me give you an example. Let's say a trade was open for 10 hours. So that 10 hours represents 100%. Therefore, the 10% metrics that you see here are just 1 hour. So positive 10% would mean opening the trade 1 hour later. 20% opens the trade 2 hours later. And finally, you get to 50%, which opens the trade 5 hours later. And then the negative percentages are just the opposite. So minus 10% means the trade was opened 1 hour earlier. Minus 50% means the trade was simulated as opening 5 hours earlier. And if any of those hypothetical alternative entries performed better than the actual, then you'd see those coloured lines higher up on the chart than the white line. So as I said, this strategy performs very well. Let's look at one that doesn't perform so well. And here you can actually see that there are 5 alternative hypothetical entries that perform better than the actual. And because all 5 of these are negative, it means that this particular system would benefit by entering trades earlier. Now, hopefully you can see the benefit of this type of intelligence to the trader. It enables them to get a really clear idea of the potential of adjusting their own open signals. So by hovering over the open signal icon here, you can see that this particular strategy scores 2.3. And like the other investable attributes, that's out of a total possible score of 10. Whereas if we go to our original strategy, here we can see that this scores 9.7. Now we've only looked at the open timing so far, but by moving along here we can see the close strategy, and this particular system scores 8.5, and you can access the close strategy right underneath the open strategy chart. And here you can see that once again this strategy performs better than any of the hypothetical alternatives. And the calculation here is done on exactly the same principle as for the open signal. So the duration of the trade is calculated, and then a percentage of that duration is added or taken away from the actual trade exit to give us the timing for the 10 alternatives. Now, if you're interested in creating your own Darwinex trading account, or if you want to link in your existing account from a different broker, then the start of the process is identical. You need to click on the blue Sign Up button that you see top right. If instead you just want to take a closer look for now at some of these metrics on the platform, then you can follow the link that's being highlighted now. So a clear example there of the value that the Darwinex Investable Attributes can provide to you as a trader to help you make improvements to your trading strategy. Now, if you're an experienced trader, you'll know how important risk management is in your trading strategy. And next time, I'm going to be looking at an investable attribute that focuses on the risk in your system, and we'll look at how the Darwinex risk engine is used in order to produce a standardized risk suitable for investment from third-party capital. So be sure to tune in for that. If it's already available, then you'll see it top right now. If not, then please do subscribe and you'll get notified when it is. That's it for this time. Trade safe.